The Great Pumpkin Coaster. E&F Miler makes some of the better kiddie coasters out there, and this one has a great setting in the woods while being nestled inside a really nice Planet Snoopy area. This coaster has restricted adults from riding alone in the past, but Six Flags and Cedar Fair seem to have relaxed these policies at some of their properties, and adults were free to ride. I didn't see any restrictions for adults throughout Planet Snoopy for most rides, though I didn't try much beyond the coaster. I did kind of want to with the great theming though. So just how good of a coaster though is this? Find out in this review. This is a kiddie coaster from E&F Miler. Although they have a few larger coasters such as Hurricane and Fun Spot, they mainly have made kiddie coasters such as Sea Serpent and Fun Spot. Only 3 of their larger models, the High Miler, are currently operating, with the 2 at the Fun Spot parks and the recently relocated Prairie Screamer. E&F Miler also has 1 Wild Mouse, as well as 1 operating water coaster, which is a mix between a coaster and a log flume. Although the track may look older than it is, most of these coasters originated in the 1990s, with Great Pumpkin Coaster opening in 1997 as Taxi Jam. Of its particular oval layout, there are 6 versions currently operating, including the Great Pumpkin Coaster at Kings Island and Sea Serpent at Fun Spot Orlando. Other layouts exist, such as the Python Pit version, which is the same as Sea Serpent at Fun Spot Kissimmee. But this is probably one of the better layouts for this kind of coaster, as it can offer nice forces over the hills. Planet Snoopy looks great, as this area has merged with former kids areas and got a refresh in 2013 and 2017. But it honestly looks even newer, as this radiates one of the better kids sections of a park that I've been to. Maybe I'm just not used to seeing so much awesome Peanuts theming, as I haven't been to other Cedar Fair parks, but I really enjoyed the theming in this area. As for the coaster, it is now themed to the Great Pumpkin, and you can tell this as you go through the Great Pumpkin while on a ride. Originally this was called Taxi Jam and had more of a driving theme. The rest of the Peanuts theming is a little bit weak on this ride compared to how nice it is on the other attractions throughout the area, but the benefit is the nice trees and shrubbery around this coaster that make it a well-themed kids coaster. Previously stated, adults are free to ride this coaster. I wasn't the only adult riding by myself, and the operator seemed happy enough to let us ride if we wanted the credit, at least on the slower days that I visited King's Dominion. For adults, the operators did say that 2 adults cannot ride in the same car, so the second passenger has to be a child. This coaster has seatbelts that are a bit tighter than the loose restraints that you'll find on similar coasters, so this ends up dulling some of the airtime that you'd otherwise get on this ride. After leaving the station, you climb up the lift hill for what the roller coaster database lists as an 8-foot drop. This has awkward profiling, so towards the front of the train, I rode in the second row there. It was only okay instead of a stronger drop that you could find on similar E&F Miler coasters. Towards the back, as you get pulled down it, I rode in the 4th row. It did offer a bit more, but you can feel that you slow down or kinda stop in the valley before heading on to the next element. So this drop is broken up a bit with poor pacing further towards the back. The rest of the hills offer a nice rocking back and forth with minor ejector, but most of the forces are dulled by that tighter seatbelt. The forces were better here in the 4th car, as I was able to get some good rocking back and forth. The first hill does nice with this rocking back and forth. The second is not exactly as strong. The third is decent, and the 4th offers a surprising shuffle for its smaller size that really had me tossed around my car. The 5th bunny hill is small and doesn't do a lot. And then, in kiddie coaster fashion, you do an extra lap to really enjoy this layout. Overall, How good is the Great Pumpkin Coaster? The theming and setting this ride are great, and I'm impressed with Planet Snoopy as a whole. This coaster, however, is subpar for the layout with the tight seatbelts, as Sea Serpent at Fun Spot Orlando, a clone of this coaster, is one of the best kiddie coasters that I've been on with its quasi-ejector airtime over the various bunny hills. Here, that the forces are just dialed back, which is fine given the target audience, as it is still a very good kids coaster. I've rank it near the top of the kids coasters that I've ridden, but it just is nothing exceptional like it could be. I rank it right above Grover's Boxcar Derby at SeaWorld Orlando, which features a big drop and large helixes, and I rank highly largely because of just its overall size. I rank Great Pumpkin Coaster right below Santa's Runaway Sleigh at Yesterland Farm. This is the lesser of the 3 Miler manufacturing coasters in Texas, as it seems to just run a bit slower and smoother. Still, you get good rocking forces on the drop and mini hills, and its lap bar strap restraint allows for the forces to be better than the Great Pumpkin Coaster. What has your experience been on the Great Pumpkin Coaster? Do you love this coaster setting? Let me know, and as always, Cupcoon Crap.